Aim, fire.
Welcome back, Crossfire Nation, to Engaged. I'm your host, Priestons and Trias, filling in for Jessica Hodder. Today is the first of 3 special episodes that explore Crossfire's champions in depth. Up first, we examine the reigning Crossfire Women's Champion of the World, the anti-diva Kaitlin Diemond. The champion fights out of Brantford, Ontario, Canada. That ripped physique is 5 feet 8 inches tall with 140 pounds of pure wrestling anatomy. The 26-year-old 10-year veteran was the first woman to be crowned Crossfire Women's World Champion in June of 2015 after a grueling match and victory over now TNA Impact superstar Courtney Rosemary Rush. Diemond boasts an incredible record of 8 wins with only 3 losses, all to one person, with more on that later. Her well-balanced attack has her winning by pins, submissions, and by knockout. Kaitlin is a record-breaking machine, holding or currently sharing records for most wins, most knockouts, and most single matches in the women's division. With a victory over Casey Spinelli, she will tie the all-time singles title defenses held by her male counterpart, Mark House. She will also become the sole owner of the most all-time wins in the history of Crossfire Wrestling with 9. The Mexican and Japanese wrestling culture are notoriously tough on North Americans, and Diemond not only survived, but thrived. She moved to Mexico in the latter half of 2014 to train with some of the top luchadors in the world, adding to her already extensive grappling acumen. She trained with Super Crazy, Apache, and Phoenix, just to name a few. She competed in tough promotions DTU, XMW, and LLF. At the beginning of 2016, she began her tour of Japan for the Stardom promotion, picking up victories while again training with world-acclaimed wrestlers. While competing opposite the legendary Act Yasukawa, the Japanese icon recruited Diemond to her stable. Now she's back in Canada, set to defend her title, and one can only assume she has become even more deadly. Her Crossfire Wrestling campaign has all the makings of a future Hall of Fame induction. She has victories over the Hardcore Princess Jules Malone, Alexia Nicole, Courtney Rush, and the aforementioned Skylar Rose, who is the only person to ever defeat Kaitlin Diemond. However, Diemond avenged those losses with 3 of her own, tying up her series with Rose at 3 apiece with a devastating knockout submission, one from which Rose has yet to return to wrestling from. The champion has never lost to anyone else and is the only wrestler in Crossfire Wrestling history with more than 5 matches to defeat everyone she has faced. With her May 29th defense against Casey Spinelli, she stands to solidify her claim as the most dominant force in Crossfire Wrestling's history. It's said diamonds last forever, and the world champion is the very personification of this saying. That'll do it for this episode of Engage. Stay tuned for Monday when we take a look at the Crossfire Wrestling World Tag Team Champions, the Rochester Wrecking Crew, as we begin the final countdown to Mayhem on May the 29th. Today's episode was brought to you by Zentridius Media, Niagara Multi-Solutions, and Niagara's classic rock, Giant FM 91.7. Thanks for being with me. I'm Priestons and Trias, filling in for Jessica Hodder, who returns on Monday, and you just got engaged.